So I got myself a new blade last week. It's a Damascus seax blade, part of the collection that I do not have. So I'm actually really excited about this one. It is. I don't know if it's actually forged Damascus or etched Damascus. I'm not real sure how to determine the difference at this stage. But this is only one of 3 of the Damascus in my collection that I have. At least the patterning of it. And, of course, didn't have a sheath. So, I made one up. And it actually came out pretty good. So, as usual, now will be usual. Get back, relax, and enjoy the build. So it did come out pretty good, as you saw, and I did learn one thing from this, and I made a mistake on the build. But first, the mistake. Let me go with the mistake first. I had made this a lot smaller than I had originally anticipated in a couple of different ways. I had accidentally made the front and back piece a little bit shorter. If you look here, the blade is still exposed. And I don't necessarily like that, but since this is going to be a personal blade, I don't really plan on getting rid of it, so I'm not terribly worried. The other mistake was, other shortening was I made it a lot thinner than anticipated, and which has affected the spacing between the thread and the blade. I don't know if I can get this in here. Come on now. No. Okay, so the thread right here is dangerously close to this edge, and I normally don't do that, but I goofed up somewhere and didn't realize it until I had it all glued together and started stitching, and that's when I realized. So I'm just going to go ahead and, of course, run with it. If it breaks, if I wind up severing the threading, it is what it is, and I'll just simply rethread it. So I am pretty happy about how this turned out. I am surprised. What I did learn, anyways, is that the neat's foot that I used was the color that it presented was retained by the leather balm, and usually that doesn't happen after just one or two applications of the neat's foot oil. It usually dries up a little bit. It gets soaked into the leather after about 24 hours. And well, that didn't necessarily, it happened a little bit, but not a whole lot, going straight from the neat's foot to the leather balm. So that was actually an accidental deal. So I am happy about how it turned out, because it still kept that kind of a darker leather look, and it goes real good with the handle and all. So, video verse. This one is in 1 Peter chapter 1, verses 22 through chapter 2, verse 3. Since you have purified your souls in obeying the truth through the Spirit, and sincere love of the brethren, love one another fervently with a pure heart, having been born again, not of corruptible seed, but incorruptible, through the word of God, which lives and abides forever. Because all flesh is as grass, and all the glory of man as the flower of the grass. The grass withers, and its flower falls away, but the word of the Lord endures forever. Now this is the word which by the gospel was preached to you. Therefore, laying aside all malice, all deceit, hypocrisy, envy, and all evil speaking, as newborn babies desire the pure milk of the word, that you may grow thereby, if indeed you have tasted that the Lord is gracious. And that is 1 Peter chapter 1, 22 through chapter 2, verse 3. I'll see you guys in the next one.